When you walk in my front door, I have this brick wall that I built a few years ago. I'm going to recreate it in my dining room. I have this very thin styrofoam that I cut into strips so that I can now start placing it along the floorboards. I want this to act as a spacer between the first layer of bricks and my floor. I drew a level line that was going to be the height of the bricks, but then I realized that the height in the middle of the wall was different than in the corners, and if I kept spacing it level, I would end up with big gaps at the bottom, so I'll have to make up the difference as I go up the wall. I'm using these spacers to go in between the bricks on each side of the bricks as well. I did cut this into little smaller pieces and added nails so I can put them in between each brick and pull them out as I go, and they're easy to pull out. I'm also using heavy duty liquid nails to place the bricks on the wall. Then I wanted at least every other row to have a full brick on the edge, so I started with the first full brick, put in a spacer, and then just kept putting bricks on, spacing it out as I went. I made sure to have a lot of glue since this was going to be the first row, and I am going to let it set overnight so it's extra strong, as it is going to be the anchor for all the future rows. Day 2, and I'm going to put the first brick up so that the space of the 2 bricks below it are right in the middle. You'll notice I'm using the dowel to keep the space even between the 2 layers of bricks. Also using dowels in between each one and making sure every single one is level. When it's not, I use coins, and I'll talk about that more here in just a second. To make it level, I put a penny on this end and then a nickel on this end, and because obviously this kind of dipped down here in this corner, and I don't want the wall to sag. I want it to be perfectly level. So this one had to be propped up just a little bit at the end. As I go up in layers, I'll continue to do that a little bit. To the human eye though, when this is all mortared, no one's going to be able to tell that there's that much difference in the thickness of the mortar. And in doing that, you can see that in the long run, when I lay the level across the whole line, it comes out as perfectly level. So yeah, that's what I have to do in order to make sure the wall doesn't sag to one corner versus another corner. Pennies and nickels, they're amazing.